Hello, it's Baby Cameron here, and today's video is to show you how I make these little baby girl dresses using my Stampin' Up ponches and designer series paper. They can be made in different sizes, but today I'm going to make the smaller one I can create using the ponches. I'm going to use a sheet of paper that measures 6.5 inches by 4.5 inches, and I'm going to use this ponch that has 3 ponches in one. The first thing I'm going to do is to use one of the corner punch options to punch out these corners here, and then I'm going to use the other one to punch out the other 2 corners. I'm going to use a black cardstock here so you can see the shape of the paper. And now I'm going to fold the paper just like I'm doing here, but I need to make sure that the neckline of this dress has 2.5 inches. This measurement here, the 2.5 inches, is very important to be able to make the inside card, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. So this is the envelope, and now the next step is just grabbing a circle punch. I'm grabbing this one here, and I'm going to start giving shape to this envelope. So I'm going to align the punch here with this paper, with the edge of the paper, which is in diagonal there. And I'm just going to punch out when this is perfectly aligned here. See there? Just punch out, just like I'm doing here, in both of the sizes of the dress. You do the same in the other side. You align the punch edge with the edge of the paper and you punch. And now for the neck, you grab the 3 layers of paper, you just punch. And we are done. This is basically the envelope. And I'm going to give you an example of how you can embellish this envelope. It's very simple. I basically grab one of my favorite stamps to create tags, which is Tag Top, and I'm going to get this stamp which is for babies. It says welcome baby, and I'm just going to stamp it with a dark ink on a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to use a coordinated punch to punch out this little embellishment here, this little tag, and I'm just going to paste that on the envelope with dimensionals. I had stamped another one with Watermelon Wonder in color, and I decided that's better for this mini envelope, and I just pasted with dimensionals. The next step is just creating a hole here, and I'm using this punch here, which is just a great tool to have. And the next step is grabbing a pencil and just mark the place where I have to create the other hole to be able to set a ribbon or a twine. This is one of the options I have to close that envelope, but there is another one, and for sure you will have many other options. This is the inside card, so I just want to make sure that it fits perfectly, so it does. And now I'm going to show you how to make this card. I'm going to trim a piece of cardstock at 4.5 inches. This is an A4 sheet of paper, so I'm just going to trim it horizontal, just like I'm doing here. And after that, I just need to verify that this is the same length than my envelope. Now I'm going to use the envelope as a guide to trace the pattern for the mini card, just like I'm doing here. And now I'm going to use a trimmer or scissors to cut the pattern. This is very simple, and once you make one and you have the pattern for one, you just can go ahead and you can make many of them. So you have the base of the card there, and the reason because I need the neckline to be 2.5 inches is because the size of the punch. If I make this neckline here shorter, I won't be able to create those nice shapes or to punch out this shape here in that corner because I won't have enough paper to do it. I also need to verify if I'm placing the paper in the right position so I can get the perfect punch. So I do it like that. Then I go to my other corner, I make sure the paper is in the right position and I punch. Now I'm going to use another punches to create other pieces that should go on top of this mini card so I can give it that appearance like a baby girl dress. And I'm using my scallop punch here to create the neck and also the skirt. And you will see how I paste this. It's very easy. And once I have pasted these 4 pieces there, I just use my punch, this circular punch, to create the neckline here, just like I'm doing here. And I add a piece of paper or any other thing to decorate here in the bottom, and I can add a pocket or any other kind of embellishment like flowers or things like that. I'm just doing it very simple because I have to leave space for the stamping. If this could be an invitation or also a small mini card for a gift, for a baby gift. So I just do this like that. And to make this mini pocket here, I just use a circle punch. I punch out a circle and I cut this like this, just like that. My hands are super dirty, it's just inky. I was trying to make a project yesterday and I just go all inky and I could not achieve what I was looking for, but it's as experimenting is the way you can achieve good results. So anyway, I come back to my pocket and I just like traditional way, just paste everything together, and I add the flowers at the end, and I also going to add a small rhinestone to embellish that flower. And this mini card is almost done. All I have to do next is place it inside the envelope and then punch out this shape here. So I make sure that everything is aligned, and I can also verify if something is not completely in place. I just can make it to look a little bit more even. And to finish, I'm going to show you how I attach the twine. This is a Stampin' Up twine. It's very nice. But you can also use a ribbon. And I'm also going to show you another way to be able to close the envelope. So with the twine, I just tied a knot or a little bow, just like that, and I'm finished. I also have made another cards, and I want to show you a small card like this one. This is a smaller one, so I can make the corners like these ones here. I have another one which is a little bit larger, and I can create the corners. The card get another shape, and I'm sure you can make larger cards. So this is like the 3 sizes I made. I was playing with them and just trying and experimenting, and I found that they look very, very cute with the bow. But there is something which is, in my opinion, could be a quite bit awkward, which is opening the envelope and closing the envelope. So I found easy to take the card, just pulling the card out just like that. Maybe this is not the ideal way to do it, so I have another idea here. I just use a drop of glue, this glue here. When it dries, it provides a temporal bonding. So I just paste it like that, and I just open my envelope like that, as many times as I want, and it's super easy to do it. So that's another idea, and that's all for today. Please have a look to my previous videos. I also showing how I made this card here with the same punches, and I have more ideas for you. Thank you very much for watching, and happy crafting. Bye!